I am on my way on a long drive to go and pick up the accessories and extra things that I had to get for beekeeping. So when I get home, I will like unbox it and show you everything, and then I'll work out what I need to do with it, and then I'll do those things. So that's the plan. This place that I'm going to was recommended, but it's like an hour from our house. So we will go there and I'll show you what I got when I get home. All right, we are leaving the beekeeping supplies place, and I learned that I needed like a lid liner and little ventilation cap things, and I ended up getting the frames with foundation wax, I think, in them. So learning curve is huge. I have to paint the hive. Interesting times, but I'll get there. I'm really thinking my new bee friend down the road, I'm gonna ask him if he can come and help me so that I do everything right. But it's time to go home. Big drive home, like an hour, and I'll show you what we got when we get home. So I'm home with my bee stuff, and we'll go inside and I'll show you what I got. All right, I got the stuff into the house and I didn't break my neck, but I honestly, it's a steep learning curve. So get my piece of paper so I can actually read what things are, so then I'll know. Okay, so I got this lid, this like lid lift thing, I think. And then this is the liner. So this will go underneath the white metal lid that I have. And then this is under that. So it'll be like this. And then after I have to paint everything because it's all pine, needs to be painted. After that, then I'll put in these little ventilation thingies. So they go in the 4 holes on the lid. Is it called lid lift? That's what I'm gonna call it, all right? So paint it and then put these things in. Hello, James. Hello. And then I got a smoker. I got a smoker. So I just got this one because this is the one that my friend recommended that I get. So there you go. That's the extent of what I know about that. And then I bought jackets. So I looked at getting the whole bee outfit, and then in the end my friend just said just get a jacket and get them big. So I got whatever. Who's this one for? I don't know. This is the large with the hood thing. That's super cool. So a large for me and an extra large for my husband. So they're the same. And I think these were about $60 each. Please hold. Yeah, the jackets were $59.50 each. So, and then gloves. I got 2 pairs of gloves, which look like this. And let's hope they're not too small. Oh, my hands are small, and I got size small, so that's pretty good. And yeah, I mean, who knows? When you're like a brand new beekeeper person, you kind of really probably go with the advice of somebody who you've got the bees from or has far more experience than you. And then the more you do it and the more you get into it, you probably then would change or modify, or if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, The part that was quite confusing is when I arrived at the bee supplies place, I had ordered like the frames that you put together yourself. And when I got there, she was asking me all these questions and then talking about foundation wax. And I said to her that I had looked them up on the website, but I was confused. And I was told that the bees could just make that themselves. Yes, it's ultimately up to me what I'm gonna do, but when she said things like the frames were just, they all came apart and I would have to wrap the wire and stuff around. I didn't even have the wire, like, and the wire goes through the wax, and I just decided to buy them already done. So that did end up costing me more money, but I'm okay with that to set the bees up properly. So what do I have to do next? I have to paint the lid thingy. So I have to paint this first, and then he said like on a nice day, like mid-afternoon, to paint the hive with the bees in it. This will be very interesting. So, but that's what I'm gonna do. I also got this hive tool. What even is this? That's what it's called. Hive tool. I got a hive tool and I got a hair bee brush as well. So I think this is just the initial like basic setup of things. And obviously as I need more stuff, I will then get what I need. So I've bought the hive tool, the bee brush, the lid lift thingy, the lid liner, 2 pairs of gloves, 2 jackets, and 12 of the frames with the foundation wax, and another whole hive thing, which I have to put the hive box together. But I'll work it out. It'll be fine. And hopefully when I look back on these videos in like 5 years time, I'll just be like, wow, look how far she's come. She now is like amazing. That's the plan. So yeah, that's all my stuff. And I went to Redpaths Bee Supplies. They were extremely helpful. So highly recommend them. They're in Parkdale in Melbourne and probably one of the leading bee supply places because they've been operating since 1964. So there you go. Happy beekeeping. If you are an experienced beekeeper, I'm all ears for any advice that you might have. And if you're a newbie, we're in this together. I am going to paint my hive today, but first I think I need to say that I'm totally freaking out because look at all that activity. The guy said that at this time of day they're mostly out, but they all appear to be mostly there. So this hive has been put together with screws on the corners. I think I'm gonna build my other one with the nail gun, paint it, and then I don't know if it goes on top, but I do need at least to paint and put in that the rim thing, whatever the heck that is. This is what it looks like right now. So this is my level of activity. Leave it alone. Yikes. See how they're poking out a bit? And I assume I'm twisting this little duver.
How long are the ones you're using? This long?
They're the longer ones.
So you just turn the knob to more depth.
Okay. See how I've done 2?
Yeah, that's good.
Should I try a 3rd one?
Yeah, in the middle. I'll check. See how deep this goes. That's better, eh?
Yeah. Do I have to whack the other ones in with a hammer, or don't worry about it?
You can, but I wouldn't worry.
For a second I thought I had them upside down. That's all I'm doing, yeah?
The handles.
Gonna
Yeah.
connect it all up, and then I'm gonna paint this and this.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll call you again if I have disasters. Thank you. So I've assembled my box, which supposedly I don't need until the bottom hive is full. This is like the 3rd day that I've had the hive. So today I'm gonna lift the lid off and look inside. I think I need to add extra frames in the box that I have with the bees in it. And supposedly I don't need to add that until I need to. But I do need to add the lid rim. This, I do need to put this in. So I'm gonna paint this, and then I'm gonna put my plug things in here, and then I'm gonna be super brave and go and put it on. It's pretty hot out here and very bright, but I've painted 1 coat just using extra paint that I had from my little free library, and I'll let that dry, and then I'll do another coat. I painted the hive that I had purchased after assembling it with about 3 coats of paint, and I only painted the exterior of the box, nothing interior where the bees are, and it was a really hot day, so it dried quickly, and I didn't end up being able to paint the bottom box at all. So stay tuned for what eventually ends up happening with that, and in my next video you will see the inspection of the hive and what it currently looks like. And obviously I have plans, but it involves like getting some soil delivered and building a retaining wall and getting the baser blocks in and all the rest of it. So like all of life, it's a work in progress, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.